last Friday, I go to the Morgan Wallen concert, which I knew almost nothing about Morgan Wallen going into this concert. I was the typical like Taylor Swift dad kind of role of I just had to buy the tickets and drive everybody and pay for it. And
I don't listen to much country, so I mean, I know he's big, like huge,
he's big,
but I don't like. I may like if you told me this song's his and this song's his, I might be like, okay, yeah, I know those.
Yeah,
but
and you would like you'd know his songs if you heard them.
Yeah.
So a couple of wild things with this thing. For one,
did you go first night or second night?
Second night,
Friday
night.
Okay.
So
they were both at Arrowhead, right?
Both at Arrowhead.
Okay.
First night, he actually surprised everybody with Brooks and Dunn during the encore.
How many songs did Brooks and Dunn play?
Neon Moon. There's a collab with.
They came out for one song.
They came out for one song, played Neon Moon with Morgan Wallen.
Do you
during the encore? Which I mean, encores are planned now, but
they are. I have so many questions. Did he pay them to come in? Were they in town and they were like, hey, let's do one song?
Yeah.
Do you know how much it would cost to have to pay Brooks and Dunn to fly in on a jet, play one song and leave?
Competition happens at the bottom. Collaboration happens at the top, man.
They didn't do it for free. Collaboration is to make money.
Right. So maybe they got exposure from it.
That's why I'm curious.
Maybe he let them do it for free and they got exposure and now they're getting paid on their own thing because they got mentioned on Morgan Wallen stuff. I don't know.
Dude, they're set.
Who knows? But
I bet they were in. Man, that's so weird. I'd like to ask them.
So he was supposed to go on at 9. The first night he went on at like 9:03, right?
Yeah.
The second night it was like fucking 9:45, and we're all like the crowd's growing on Restless. People are posting on social media. Morgan Wallen's MIA.
So all the other acts went, and then there was a break.
Hour and 45 minutes between the last act and him.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Damn.
And so we didn't know. Like we're like, what the fuck? And Morgan Wallen has a past of getting a little rowdy and kind of.
Dude, if I was a rock star,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like
what
I can't
happened
fault him.
to Dave, man? He drank half of it. He's sleeping.
Yeah.
He'll be up. We gotta give him 30 minutes. We gotta give him 30 minutes.
Yeah. So we were all kind of growing restless and everything else. Turns out somebody went on social media
I knew about this.
So Morgan Wallen had announced that he was walking out with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Somebody went on social media and said he's murdering Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce if they walk out with Morgan Wallen. So they shut the shit down and made sure everything was safe. And then they filmed them coming through the tunnels and everything, but you never saw Mahomes and Kelce on the field. They stayed in the tunnels the whole time. Yeah. But that's why he was late, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he comes out that night wearing a number 7 Chiefs jersey.
A Bucker jersey. I did see that.
It had Wallen on the back of it. Like it was custom made. Bucker's number. Yeah. And it had Wallen's name on the back of it.
Yeah.
So obviously you don't know the truth, but if you're going to wear a current player's number, that means you support that current player.
He's not a dip fuck.
Right.
I mean, come on.
So it's obvious Morgan Wallen supports Harrison Butker's stance on the fact that college isn't everything it's cracked up to be. Making a family at home is everything that it's cracked up to be. Yeah. So don't believe, like, the cool part about Harrison Butker's speech is he's at a collegiate commencement. Yeah. And he's like, don't believe the brainwashing that you've just been fed for 4 years. This ain't that important. No. The family that you're going to build over the next 4 to 8 years, that is what's important.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. It's because all the freaking libtards were like, no,
we can't.
Education is everything.
We can't strike down education.
Yeah,
education is important. We let people go into debt. Can't.
Yeah,
so much debt that you can't even get rid of it if you file bankruptcy.
We're trying to brainwash people. Religion is awful.
Yeah.
So stop.
One final thing about the Morgan Wallen concert. So we get there, we park, we walk. It was a 7.
Wait, who went?
Me and Danielle and the boys.
Okay, all 4 of you.
Yeah, 4 of us went.
Okay.
It's the boys' first concert. They've never been to a concert.
That's probably an okay one for them to go to.
It was $800 for 4 tickets, and we were second row from the top.
We're not going to talk about your stupidity and money at Arrowhead Stadium.
Damn.
We're not talking about you being a dumbass. We're just talking about that's an okay concert for them to go to.
Yeah. and then Mason's like, oh, look at this photo that my friend took. She's on the floor. And I'm like, good God, that's like a $3,000 ticket. Like one ticket's like, one ticket's a Honda Civic. Like, come on.
I don't know. Like, dude, is that what they were?
Yes.
Like face value? Like
yes.
I go to Ticketmaster and I'm waiting in line.
Yes.
And I get up there and I want a floor seat and they're like $3,000.
You had to like qualify for pre-buy to get floor.
For pre-buy, what do you mean qualify? Like they had to run your credit?
No, you had to like put into a lottery.
Or you had to be like, oh.
And then once you won the lottery, then you were allowed to.
Let me ask you something. You're a Chiefs ticket holder.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you? Do you or Jackson County residents that pay for half of that bullshit? Do they get like?
That's only for the Chiefs games.
Do they get preference points?
No.
I own the parking lot regardless if it's for Chiefs games or Morgan Wallen coming and singing his fucking weird songs or whatever the hell he does.
Had to pay $50 to park in that parking lot that night too. So
you want to talk about the biggest scam in the history of fucking mankind?
Yeah.
It's like you almost pay for more for parking if you go preseason.
Yeah.
Like for the Chiefs. It's like $50 for parking, $80 for the
I love the man, the Chiefs are going to move to Kansas. I don't even give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm
still going to watch them whether they're in Missouri or Kansas. I really don't fucking care.
I love that they're here. I love that the stadiums are together. I have a lot of memories there. So yeah, I'll be sad when they go.
Yeah.
But like there is a point where money outweighs stupidity. Well, like this is one of those times. Like we are spending so much money.
Yeah.
We got homeless. We can't fix our fucking roads. We got like
Kansas City's a fucking dumpster fire.
It is a dumpster fire.
Maybe they need to lose the Chiefs. Let's just be honest.
I love how, like, we're getting off topic here, but I love how we can't fix the roads we have, and they're worried about the Chiefs and the Royals, and then they want to build a park over 670 that's going to cost like $1 billion to do. Like,
but it feels good.
You fools don't have any money. I mean, what's going to happen at that park? Homeless people, drug use, murders. That's what's happening at that park.
Right.
What are we doing?
Well,
you want to talk about stupidity?
There's no fixing Kansas City until you right that ship all the way from the top.
I keep saying there needs to be like nuclear attacks at like each major city, like tactical little small bombs and stuff. I think it may need to happen because it's just a shit show, man.
For the listeners out there, if you hear of a vigilante going out on a rampage,
I don't have money for tactical nuclear weapons.
Rule number 1 about Fight Club is we do not talk about Fight Club. Project Mayhem may commence.
I like to get that Lucas and Quentin Lucas in a fight club.
Yeah.
I whip that dumbass. God, he's an idiot.
Dave says, I don't have money for nuke, but then like just last podcast, he's like, I have 7 boxes that's coming from Amazon to my door. I just want to make for sure.
Yeah.
They get to my door.
Yeah.
So we
salt and sugar for the apocalypse.
we go to the Morgan Wallen concert. We had to park way in the outskirts because we didn't get there near soon enough.
Well, let me guess why. Your wife or one of the boys wasn't ready.
No, it was 98 degrees and sunny, and I'll be damned.
Screw it.
Yeah,
I'm not sitting out there.
I'll show up an hour late, then show up 3 hours early.
Yeah, it was hot.
And so
it was hot that weekend.
Danielle's phone actually alerted her, "Congrats on your 17-minute workout."
Because she walked all the way in.
Because we walked from the car to our seats.
I can't tell if it's good that was a little bit of a workout or bad because that's the biggest workout her phone has seen in a long time.
I don't know.
It's one of those.
Well, I mean, you think about it too. Like a lot of times you're actually working out, your phone's like next to you.
Yeah.
So your phone's not going to record a workout unless it's like in your pocket.
No, I know.
But
anyway, it's called a joke, Mitch.
Yeah, I know. But so
just immediately defensive.
We go into the stadium, and we're not in the stadium 10 feet. And this crowd, like fan assistance people, come over to us, and they're like, "Ma'am, sir, we got to talk to you." Mason's wearing a shirt. It's an Apex shirt, and it says
Apex.
F.
Okay, Apex, the group you were in.
Yeah, it says F***CK, your excuses. Okay. And he likes to wear it when we go out in public. He likes to wear it to car events because he gets compliments on it 24/7. He can't wear that thing out to a public event without getting like 15 to 30 compliments.
I'm not going to bring up the fact that you and your wife are both attention whores because apparently he's got that gene too.
I don't know. But in other words, I guess what I'm saying is nobody yet has been offended by the shirt. Everybody appreciates it, right? Yeah. It's the general mantra of everybody. Like, fuck your excuses. Do it anyway, right?
Well, it's the don't be lazy. Sure.
Right.
That's really what it is.
So these fan assistance people come over and they're like, he can't wear that in the stadium. And
were you already in the stadium?
We were 10 feet into the stadium.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I've already checked in and they said we were fine.
Yeah. And so
I'm a scene maker too. That's not good.
Danielle doesn't handle being
no, she's a scene maker too.
Yeah, she doesn't handle being like I'm not going to say attacked, but being approached in that direct of a manner, that fast direct manner.
She thinks it's an attack.
Not
and she goes full redhead crazy. So you know she does.
She just looked at Mason and said, "Mason, turn it inside out, and you can turn it back right side out once we get to our seats." And this lady went livid. She was like, absolutely not. You're not doing that. You need to come over here right now. I need your ID and I need your tickets. And Danielle's like, what are you doing? And she's like, you're on a warning right now. I would watch your mouth. And
right then, that lady to fuck off.
Right then, Danielle points at me and she's like, you're going to have to talk to him because you don't want me talking to you right now. And so the lady takes a photo of her ID and takes a photo of all of our tickets.
Yeah, so? And
then the guy that was with this lady comes over to me and he was like, you know.
So this lady's on a power trip for sure.
The guy and the girl both are.
Yeah.
And so the guy's like, do you understand the problem here? And I'm like, yeah, I understand the fucking problem here. You can have any jackhole in the world walk through here with a gay pride flag and you guys don't say two shits, but we have an almost cuss word on a t-shirt and you guys are losing your shit.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, whoa, 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 don't yell at me. I'm not, why are you mad at me?
I will yell at all of you.
And I said, hold on. You can't come raise your voice at me and stop our traffic on our way to our seats and then
expect
me to just roll over on you.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at you for the policy you're enforcing.
Yeah.
So if you're going to have the balls to enforce the policy, you need to have the balls for somebody to raise their voice at you. And
I love it.
Yeah. And the guy's like, okay, I'm just making sure you're not mad at me. I'm like, no, we're cool. Your policy that you have to enforce is bullshit.
See, I wouldn't have told him he was cool. I'd been like, no, you're right. You're a douche too for even thinking that you should be able to do this. Like what? Come on.
So Mason flips his shirt inside out. The moment we get to our seats, flips it right back side out. And because we're on the second to top row.
No one's coming up there.
Oh, no, they did.
Did they really?
They actually sent people up and checked on us. And I mean, you could see, because you see him come out of the little tunnel
and look around like this
and look around for you.
Yeah.
And so as soon as they did, I'm like, Mason, turn your shirt back around, you know? And so he'd turn it back around as they'd come up the aisle. And then as soon as they turn around and walk down the aisle, I'd turn it back around. And then once it like,
I'd have made him buy me a shirt. I'd have been like, look, this is ridiculous. If you want him to do that, you're buying us a shirt.
Well,
like give me a shirt he can wear.
So they were trying to say that they have a no foul language policy in the stadium.
Have you ever been to a Chiefs game?
Right.
Did you look at him and be like, dude, this is football, right?
Nate Smith was the second performing artist to come on stage. He literally got on stage and said, Kansas fucking City, how are we doing?
Did you go down there and say, he said the fuck word in the Arrowhead Stadium?
They were playing... Oh, now my mind went blank on who it was. They were playing some raunchy ass rap songs. Like, might as well be wet ass pussy stuff in between the sets.
Well,
right?
I don't
and so like
I don't understand.
It's
like if I go to a country music concert, why is there rap being played in between country music artists?
I don't know either, but like
that makes no sense to me.
We can't let people with an almost cuss word on their shirt into the stadium.
But every other cuss word in the song.
But we're gonna let the guy who's running the guy who's playing the show cuss at everybody in the stadium.
Yeah.
Right?
You should have went down there.
Meanwhile, 80,000 people there, maybe 200 see my kid's shirt.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this guy's cussing at all 80,000 of them.
You should have went down there and been like, excuse me, I thought there was a no cussing policy in Arrowhead Stadium.
I was ready if they wanted to push it further.
Ready for what?
Ready to
kicked out?
Well, obviously I'd be disputing the charge on my credit card and everything else.
I've been kicked out of a bunch of places, not like big places. I revel in it every time.
Yeah.
Because it's like by then I'm so mad. My goal is like, okay, if I'm going out, we're all going out.
I mean, I had already had the talk with the family. Like, if this does come to a head, Mason, you and I are trading shirts. I will wear your shirt out of here, and they're kicking me out, and you three stay.
Yeah.
Because
on the way out, I'm punching every fucking one of them in the mouth.